Lourdes University. Today I'll be reading from George Orwell's 1984. 1984 was challenged in Jackson County, Florida in 1981 because Orwell's novel is pro-communist and it contained explicit sexual matter. The sexual matter in question was relevant to the story and helped support the story, and calling it pro-communist is somewhat ironic considering that Orwell himself hated totalitarianism and was against Stalin's regime and, of course, Nazi Germany. The book was published in 1949, shortly after World War II. I'll be reading the scene where Winston Smith has been tortured and he is meeting with O'Brien. I'll proceed. An oblong slip of newspaper had appeared between O'Brien's fingers. For perhaps 5 seconds, it was within the angle of Winston's vision. It was a photograph, and there was no question of its identity. It was the photograph. It was another copy of the photograph of Jones, Aronson, and Rutherford at the party function in New York, which he had chanced upon 11 years ago and promptly destroyed. For only in an instant, it was before his eyes, then it was out of sight again. But he had seen it, unquestionably, he had seen it. He made a desperate, agonizing effort to wrench the top half of his body free. It was impossible to move so much as a centimeter in any direction. For the moment, he had even forgotten the dial. All he wanted was to hold the photograph in his fingers again, or at least to see it. "It exists!" he cried. "No," said O'Brien. He stepped across the room. There was a memory hole in the opposite wall. O'Brien lifted the grating. Unseen, the frail slip of paper was whirling away on the current of warm air. It was vanishing in a flash of flame. O'Brien turned away from the wall. "Ashes," he said. "Not even identifiable ashes. Dust. It does not exist. It never existed." "But it did exist. It does exist. It exists in memory. I remember it. You remember it." "I do not remember it," said O'Brien. Winston's heart sank. It was double-think. He had a feeling of deadly helplessness. If he could have been certain that O'Brien was lying, it would not have seemed to matter. But it was perfectly possible that O'Brien had really forgotten the photograph. And if so, then already he would have forgotten his denial of remembering it, and forgotten the act of forgetting. How could one be sure that it was simple trickery? Perhaps that lunatic dislocation of the mind could really happen. That was the thought that had defeated him. O'Brien was looking down at him speculatively. More than ever, he had the air of a teacher taking pains with the wayward but promising child. "There was a party slogan dealing with the control of the past," he said. "Repeat it, if you please." "Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past," repeated Winston immediately. "Who controls the present controls the past," said O'Brien, nodding. His head was slow approval. "Is it your opinion, Winston, that the past has real existence?" Again, the feeling of helplessness descended upon Winston. His eyes flitted toward the dial. He not only did not know whether yes or no was the answer that would save him from the pain, he did not even know